But then at the same time, you also need to marry that technical effort with the management and leadership effort, which is targeted at employees to understand and explain what are we doing, why are we doing it, what's in it for the employee, if it's going to be actually a threat to their career and livelihood, or is it going to be benefiting them in some way, and how can you do that with an authentic voice? So I think it's important to have both going at the same time. If you do only the technical stuff, but you drop the ball on the communication and leadership piece, I think you cannot expect very good results.
What are some of these threats that you believe are able to come forward here?
In our paper, we basically adopt a very famous psychological theory that we find useful to help organize our thoughts in this area. And basically, we say that psychological well-being is really a function of experiencing feelings of competence, of autonomy, and of relatedness. These are the components of this self-determination theory, theory going back to the 80s, so it's been around for a long time. But basically, these are three important antecedents of psychological well-being, and then we basically argue that Gen AI can have important benefits for all of those. It can make you feel more competent when all of a sudden you're able to do things that you couldn't do on your own before, because Gen AI makes it possible, for example, to do advanced analytics using natural language. It can be, empowering, so it can give you feelings of autonomy when you realize that now you can do this. So there is a sense also of being independent and not being able to rely on others. And it can help relatedness when basically these chatbots are creating these seamless parasocial experiences and can embed, themselves into a team or workflow. So there's these benefits, but at the same time, Gen AI can also be a threat to all of this, can be a threat to competence. So all these discussions about jobs, and so all of a sudden people are wondering about the value of the skills, can be a threat to autonomy, because now they feel that they have to adopt these tools and no longer are in control of their workflows. They have to delegate to these AI systems. And then it can be a threat to relatedness when you feel alienated from your team or from the company because you feel this has been deployed in a way that is threatening to you.
And seemingly, isn't it then kind of a fine line between the two in terms of the impact that an employee could feel or could see play out?
Yeah, so I think the potential is enormous for boosting psychological well-being, productivity, and performance. But the reality is that in many organizations, the conversation is not really oriented toward the psychological well-being and career advancements of the employees who start to use this technology. But a lot of the conversations in business around Gen AI are about cost cutting, about productivity increases to the detriment of headcount. And those conversations are clearly threatening to people. You cannot expect people to hear this stuff and thinking, yeah, that's fine by me. And so it seems like, to me, there's a lot of potential for boosting psychological well-being of employees, but in practice, the way that lots of conversations are going are pointing in exactly the opposite direction.